So let's talk about something many of us have experienced, but maybe don't really get the recurring dream. The one that keeps coming back. From a Jungian point of view, this isn't some random glitch in your brain. No, it's actually an opportunity. It's a message, a really important one, coming from the deepest part of yourself. And it's asking you to listen. I mean, have you ever had that dream? You know the one. Maybe for you, it's being back in school, totally unprepared for a test you didn't even know was happening. Or that classic falling dream, just endlessly falling. Or maybe you find yourself in the same strange house, wandering through rooms you've never seen before. If any of that rings a bell, then yeah, you are absolutely in the right place. This right here, this is the core idea we're going to dive into. The brilliant psychiatrist Carl Jung was convinced that when your mind plays a dream on repeat, it's doing it for a really good reason. It's not just noise. It's like, imagine getting an urgent, certified letter from your own unconscious. So let's open it up and see what it says. All right, Module 1, a message on repeat. So the very first thing we need to do is kind of shift our thinking. Instead of seeing that dream as this annoying thing that won't go away, we need to start seeing it for what it truly is, a message sent on purpose. Okay, so your psyche is trying to get your attention. Jung's idea here was pretty groundbreaking. He didn't see the mind as just a box of memories. He saw it as this huge, ancient system with its own kind of intelligence. And dreams? Well, that's one of its main languages. It's how the deeper, wiser part of you talks to the part of you that's running the show every day. Your conscious self, your ego. Now, this is a really key difference, especially when you compare Jung to his famous mentor, Sigmund Freud. So, Freud's big idea was that dreams are all about wish fulfillment. Basically, they're sneaky ways of showing us our repressed desires. But Jung, he saw it completely differently. He called his idea compensation. For him, dreams aren't trying to hide stuff at all. They're trying to show us things. They're revealing the exact piece of the puzzle that our conscious mind is completely overlooking. And this completely changes how we should think about the unconscious, right? It's not some spooky, dark basement where you've locked away all your scary thoughts. No way. For Jung, it's this incredible, creative wellspring of wisdom. So you got to think of it less like a problem you have to fix and more like a wise friend or an inner compass that's always trying to guide you toward becoming a more whole person. Okay, on to Module 2, the psyche's balancing act. So if the dream is a message, why does it keep repeating? Why all the reruns? Well, this gets us to this amazing natural drive the psyche has for balance. Think about it. In our day-to-day lives, we're running on our conscious mind, right? We have our routines, our beliefs, the face we show the world. But here's the thing. That view is always, by definition, limited. It's one-sided. I mean, you just can't be aware of everything all at once. So we naturally end up focusing on certain parts of ourselves and pushing other parts aside. But the thing is, our deeper psyche, it doesn't really like that imbalance. Its whole game, its fundamental goal, is wholeness. Jung had a fancy word for it, individuation. But it's really a natural process. Like a plant instinctively growing toward the light. Our psyche is always trying to bring all the pieces of us together, the good, the bad, the stuff we know, the stuff we don't, into one complete, whole person. And boom, that's where the recurring dream comes in. It's the counterweight. When our waking life gets too rigid, too lopsided, the unconscious sends a dream to try and balance things out. And if we don't get the message, it just sends it again and again. That's all a recurring dream is. It's the psyche literally turning up the volume, yelling, "Hey, you need to pay attention to this." So what is it we're ignoring? Well, a lot of the time, it's what Jung called the shadow. Now, this doesn't automatically mean something evil or bad. The shadow is basically all the parts of ourselves that we've decided are unacceptable and have pushed away. Maybe it's anger, sure, but it could just as easily be your hidden creativity, your ambition, or even your vulnerability. Anything you decided wasn't you and shoved into the dark. And you see this pop up in all those classic recurring dreams. For instance, being chased? It's usually not about someone literally chasing you. It's often a symbol that you're running from a part of yourself, maybe that shadow side. The falling dream? That can point to a feeling that you've lost control, that your footing in life feels a little shaky. That mysterious house? That's you. That's your own psyche. And those unexplored rooms are the parts of you you haven't discovered yet. And oh man, the test dream? Classic. A perfect symbol for feeling judged or totally unprepared in your real waking life. Okay, Module 3, listening to your dream. So we get what the dream is, and we get why it keeps coming back. Now, for the really important part, how do we actually listen to it? How do we figure out what it's trying to say? All right, rule number one, and this is the most important one, throw out those dream dictionaries. Seriously, a snake in your dream doesn't have one universal meaning. What it means to you is totally different from what it means to someone else. The key here isn't some generic definition. Jung's method is about amplification. It just means you explore what that symbol means to you personally, and then ask the big question, what does this have to do with my life right now? So here's a super practical exercise you can actually try. First, as soon as you wake up, grab a notebook and write down everything you can remember about the dream. Don't leave anything out, don't judge it. Second, look at what you wrote and just list the main symbols, the people, the places, the things that stand out. Third, and this is the crucial part, connect it to your life. Ask yourself, what's going on in my life right now that feels like this dream? And finally, step 4, watch for changes. If you have the dream again, does anything shift? Maybe the monster chasing you gets a little closer, or maybe you find a key in that mysterious house. Those little changes are huge. They're clues that you're starting to get the message. Understanding the dream is one thing, but the real goal is to integrate it, to make it a part of you. And a powerful way to do that is with the symbolic act. It doesn't have to be complicated. You could draw a picture of a symbol from the dream, or try journaling from the perspective of a dream character. Maybe even have an imaginary conversation with that figure that keeps showing up. These things sound simple, but they're a way of building a bridge between your conscious mind and your unconscious. Basically telling your psyche, okay, I hear you, message received. I love this quote because it sums it all up so perfectly. At the end of the day, your psyche has a really long memory and a whole lot of patience. It's just going to keep knocking on your door, sending that same message until you're finally ready to open it and listen. So, if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Your recurring dream is not your enemy. It's your ally. For real. It's like an inner compass, trying to point you back toward balance, toward a more complete and authentic you. The fact that it's so persistent, that's just proof of how committed your own psyche is to helping you grow. And that really just leaves one final question for you to think about. The next time that old, familiar dream shows up, don't push it away. Instead, maybe get a little curious and just ask yourself, what is the one message my psyche is trying so hard to get me to hear right now?